Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. Quick update on a couple things, you guys. I'm still cleaning up my sticker folders, but I wanted to jump on and tell you guys some stuff. So the first thing that I need to tell you is that, look you guys, I can make a fist with this hand. Isn't that great? Swelling's gone way down. Still wearing the brace. I'm still going to the doctor on Monday. But yeah, it's feeling much better today. So happy about that. Yay. Second thing is the last update that I told you guys about with Mama Cat and how I failed and I was sure that she was never, ever, ever going to come back anywhere near me again. Well, I was wrong because yesterday afternoon when I got to the yard and I called for her and she came running and ran right up to me and rubbed against my leg, and I put my hand down, but I didn't go to like actually pet her because I didn't want to scare her. And so I just put my hand down and let her think about it and decide that she was going to rub against my hand. So she let me pet her. So I guess I'm kind of sort of maybe a little bit forgiven. And so that made me very, very happy. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So that was some good news to share with you guys. So I did work last night, but I did not go to St. Louis. I went to a little town called Barry, Illinois, to meet up with a driver that was coming out of south of Chicago, because Indianapolis was having like 50-mile-an-hour winds and tornadoes and crazy weather. So my coworker did not feel safe driving, and I don't blame him one bit for that. So I thought I was going to have a second cancellation day for the week, but my dispatcher said, "Are you willing to fill in on another lane?" And I was like, absolutely, because so they just recently started basically it's like a driver performance program, and there's certain parameters that you have to meet each month, and then based on those parameters and how many miles you drive in the month determines how much you get. It can be anywhere from 0 up to about $700, give or take. And I am really close on mileage to getting my maximum for this month, which is going to be about $570. But it's currently sitting at about 200 or so. And so I'm going to have to really watch the mileage tomorrow, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, because it's going to be really close. And, you know, if it's just a couple hundred miles is the difference between getting like $270 and getting like $540, then I'm going to volunteer to work over the weekend if they have anything that I can do to make up the mileage. So, but yeah, other than that, pretty much it, you guys. So it's Thursday morning, and it went from 60 degrees yesterday when I left for work at 5 p.m. to it's about 20 degrees with a wind chill of about 12 right now. So when I got to the yard this morning, midnight, the old cranky black cat was the only one to come out. And I still don't understand doing unicorn horns on other animals, you guys. Somebody needs to explain that to me, because I do not understand that. But anyway, so he came out, griping up a storm, and walked right past the food and went over to my truck and jumped up underneath the engine block where, of course, it was nice and warm, and refused to come out. And he doesn't meow properly. He just, I'm going to mimic it, and you guys can laugh at me all you want. I don't care. But the way he meows is he just goes, eh. eh, eh. That's how he meows. So that's what he was doing. He was griping up a storm. And so I let him sit under there and soak up the heat from the engine block for about 20 or 30 minutes. And then I was like, okay, you need to come out now because I need to go. And he wasn't real happy about that, I can tell you that. But he did finally, I bribed him with cheese and he finally came out. And so, and went on his way. But yeah, he's so funny, he cracks me up. Wish I could bring him home. I really do. But I already have 2 crazy, cranky, quirky cats. I don't think I need a third one, so. But he was the only one that came out this morning, but I don't blame him because it was ridiculously cold this morning, so. Alright, so this file is labeled rainbow, but it's also kind of hodgepodge. And again, as long as you know where to find stuff, it doesn't need to make sense to anybody else, so. Anyway, so I've just got a few folders here to go through real quick. So, I got an email yesterday from a company that wanted to know if I was interested in, like reviewing their product, which was like 6x6 paper pads. And you know, I'm not a paper crafter. I mean, I do use paper on occasion on projects, but it's not a primary. I will use it for like background for stickers under the glass cabochons, things like that. But anyway, they wanted to know if I would be interested in, you know, reviewing or critiquing their product. And I don't really, sorry, I'm distracted by these stickers. I think some of those might look really nice with my bedroom project. I'm not sure, but I'm going to throw them up in the basket and we'll review that later. Anyway, so I'm not really sure how it works because what they're telling me is that I would need to order the product and then submit the order number to them, and then they would reimburse me through PayPal once I do the review. So, I don't know, you guys. I need to do a little more research on that and make sure that's how it's normally done. I don't want to get kind of, I don't know. So, do any of you guys know anything about reviewing projects? I don't think I would ever use these. I've got a pile of things I'm going to be getting rid of going also, as I'm cleaning out my files and being brutally honest. So, why is that in here? Those are in here. Anyway, and then that just got me thinking about, I mean, I'm nowhere near the numbers for monetizing YouTube. You got to have 1,000 subscribers, and I think I'm at like 230 or something like that. But that got me thinking about other ways of monetizing stuff, and I don't know. So a friend of mine said something about Patreon, which I know nothing about, so I'm going to have to do some research on that, but because I was like, well, I don't know what I could offer. I mean, I pretty much tell you guys everything in my videos, and I guess I could do like, I don't know, like one-on-one Zoom meetings or something if you guys might be interested in that. But like I said, I don't know anything about social media stuff, and I'm just kind of, you know, just this is what I like to do. You know, maybe 15 or 20 years from now when I'm ready to retire, I might be a little more interested in possible ways to make money, but I don't know. If you guys know anything about that kind of stuff, feel free to leave a comment, because basically I was riding along on the technology train, and then one day I just decided that's it. I'm not going any further. Pretty much when I started driving truck, because then it was no longer computer stuff. I was doing everything on my phone. And so, yeah. Like when I got back to where I wasn't living in the truck anymore and I got a computer, and I was like, wait, where's my Windows 98? I knew where to find everything on Windows 98. So that should tell you guys how behind the times I am. Probably showing my age a little bit too, but I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm 49 and proud of it. So my mom would, if my mom was still here, she would be telling me, enjoy the last year of your 40s. So, because that's what she told me when I turned 29. To enjoy the last year of my 30s, and when I turned, no, she was already gone when I turned 39, but when I turned 29, I remember her saying that. So, yeah, look, regular $2.99 on clearance for 74 cents. So, I got a lot of my stickers on clearance when Michaels was downgrading their sticker area. So, which I think I said in a video that I ended up not posting, that ended up being ridiculously long. So, anyway, other than that, that's pretty much all I got going on. Oh no, one other thing. So, my boss asked me to come in and see her the other morning, or the other afternoon before I headed out. And by boss, I mean like the director of our terminal, like the big boss. Of course, I was like, oh boy, what did I do? And, but no, it was, we had a load of pet food that got rejected by the receiver, whoever was getting it. And so it's going to be donated. And these are so pretty. So she's going to be donating it to various animal rescues here in the Kansas City area. But she thought that I might like to have some for feeding the yard cats, and also because she knows there's a rescue that I work directly with. Local rescue that has helped me with three of the yard cats, where they found homes for them. So, because my attitude is always that if the cats will let me pick them up and pet them, then I view that as they're asking me for help. And I do everything I can to find a home for them. So, and in the last year or so, I've found homes for 12 cats. I've lost a few that I wasn't able to find homes for, and then they disappeared and never to be seen again. But I choose to believe that because I had them so friendly, that they found someone to take them home. And these looking at these butterflies, they're very similar to those flowers that I pulled. We're going to pull them out, and I'll stick them up there. Anyway, so I choose to believe that because I had them okay with being petted and picked up, petted and picked up, yeah, that that they found someone to take them home. That's what I choose to believe, until or unless I see evidence to the contrary. So you guys are buying that, right? Totally. I do. Totally buying it. So, anyway, that's what's going on in the world of Sherry. And I was a little nervous about driving up to Barre because, okay, I've been driving truck for 10 years. And I only ever had one accident. And it was the Saturday after my father's funeral. And so my head was not in the game. And it was not my normal run. It was the Barre, Illinois run that I did tonight. I was filling in to try and make up for lost time because funeral leave was not paid. And it was kind of a misty, wet night. And I wasn't thinking. And I was driving with the cruise control on. And I had a very light load, and it was kind of a misty, wet night. And I hydroplaned and jackknifed and ended up in the ditch. And how I didn't end up tilted over on my side or upside down is beyond me. And the highway patrol said the same thing. And that scared about 10 years off my life. Ambulance ride to the hospital just to make sure everything was copacetic. And nothing broken. I just had a deep bone bruise on my elbow from when it cracked against the door when I hit the ditch. And I've always felt really guilty because a couple in a pickup truck, you know, this was middle of nowhere, north central Missouri, basically. But they stopped, and the woman who I don't know if she was a nurse or just a concerned person, but she came running through the mud and the yuck and running right up to my truck and, you know, asked me several times, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I know I just stared at her because I couldn't. Sorry, looking at those hearts too. I think we're going to stick with the ones I already pulled out. But I was just staring at her because I was kind of semi-shocky at the time. And I never actually answered her question of, "Are you okay?" And I feel guilty about that to this day because I did call about a week later because I knew they called 911 and asked if they could give me their information. And they said no, they couldn't legally do that. And so I said, well, can you contact them and just say that I said thank you for calling and stopping and checking on me? And the dispatcher was like, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to do that either. And I'm hoping that maybe she jotted down the phone number and called them from her personal phone or something to say thank you, because I was always very grateful about that. But anyway, so that was my one accident, which honestly I probably should have been terminated. But I think they factored in, you know, the fact that my father just passed and that I wasn't familiar with the route and all that kind of stuff. But also I told the safety guy, his name is Kevin, I told him, I'm probably going to cry, but do not let that stop you. You say what you need to say because I deserve it. That's exactly what I said to him. And he goes, why do you say that? And I said, well, because I did everything wrong. And then I listed everything that I had done wrong. And honestly, that's probably what saved my job, was just because that's the way I operate. You know, if I make a mistake, I own it. There's no excuses, you know. And he was asking me that. He's like, well, can you explain why? And I'm like, no, because there is no logical explanation as to, aside from I was just stupid. So, and he's like, well, I need some kind of you know, guarantee that this isn't going to happen again. I said, well, I can't guarantee I'm never going to get in another accident, but I can guarantee that it will never be the result of my being stupid and inattentive. And he was like, all right, good enough. That's what I needed to hear. That's what he said. So, and that was 2019. And I had that video, the dash cam video, saved in my phone. And I go watch it every once in a while just to remind myself of what happens when I get lackadaisical and don't pay attention to what I'm doing. So, and thank God I didn't hit anybody else. I mean, it would have been so bad. So, anyway, on that note, I got these files done. This was not my sticker stash video, you guys. Although I may not go through these with y'all next, since I just did. But that is coming this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And we'll probably be doing a little bit more work. Oh, wow, I totally got sidetracked. So the rescue that has helped me with some of the yard cats, my boss gave me like 6 big bags of cat food out of that truck to donate to them. So I need to go meet up with them this weekend and get those delivered. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, all right. Okay, you guys, that's all I've got for right now. So I will see you guys later this weekend. And until then, thank you so much for watching.